This video is the next series of my previous video, which was what is the right path for your HR career growth, where we discussed about the different branches of HR function and the kind of work which you will be doing under each branch. The agenda of today's video is to tell you about different competencies which you require to start and grow your career under each branch of HR function according to the work which you will be doing over there. And your job is to start brushing up your skills as early as possible, which will make you a preferred candidate whenever you go to attend any interview for HR role. In case if you have not watched the previous video, I will recommend you to watch that, and the link of the video is here in the I button. So now let's get started. So the very first step in HR journey is recruitment or hiring, where you will be responsible to get the right candidates in the organization who will help the business to grow. And the number one competency which you need to succeed in this role is attention to detail. You need this competency to understand the business for which you will be doing the hiring, to understand the requirement of the line manager, that what exactly he or she is looking for in a candidate, and of course to screen the CV. When you will not pay attention to detail, you will need much more time to understand the business, to understand the job role for which you will be doing the hiring, and as a result your productivity will hamper and you will not be able to produce the result as per the expected timeline. Here I will give my own example. When I started doing the hiring for the very first time, and that was back in 2010, the very first position which was given to me, that was of a planning manager. And I did exactly the same mistake which most of the freshers do. I started calling to the candidates without even understanding the proper job role of a planning manager and how is he different from project manager who is also involved in planning. As a result, the job which was supposed to be completed in 2 or 3 days, I took 5 to 6 days time to complete that job, because most of the candidates whom I was calling, they were refusing the job role, saying that planning is just one part of their job and it is not their core job. I'm telling you this incident so that you do not repeat the same mistake. When you pay attention to detail, you give more time to understand the things, hence you need less time when you are executing them. And this competency will also help you to get the quick results in terms of finding the right candidates who will fit into the job role. The second competency which you need is thinking out of the box. Gone are those days when candidates were so easily available on any of the job portal or on LinkedIn. Nowadays, recruiters have to think out of the box to attract A players from the market, because the one who are A players, they are successful and they are enjoying their success wherever they are. So to attract them to your organization, you have to offer them something over and above, and that over and above will always not be money. So what will be that? This is something you have to think so that you can design your recruitment campaign accordingly. Here I'm sharing examples of few recruitment campaigns and see how unique they are. See, this is what I am talking about. Third competency which you need to grow in recruitment is communication skill, because you will find yourself communicating with your candidates, line managers, consultants, or with the employer in case if you are working with a consultancy 90% of the time. So you have to be an effective and a smart communicator. The fourth competency which you need is relationship building skill. You need this competency to establish good relations with your candidates so that you get to know ahead of time if the candidate is going to join the organization or not, so that you can do your backup planning accordingly. This competency will also help you to reduce getting any last minute surprises from the candidates and to make good relations with other hiring managers. The fifth competency which you need to grow in recruitment is never give up or persistence skill, because many times you will be working on the same position twice or thrice, or you will find that no candidate has turned up for the interview even after scheduling 5 or 6 candidates, or that candidate is not joining the organization even after waiting for 2 or 3 months for his joining. So this is something is very common in recruitment. So in these kind of situations, rather than getting frustrated, demotivated or irritated, you have to push yourself so that you can start working on the same position again from the scratch and start producing the result as per the expectations. Then only you can grow in recruitment. Another competency which you need is negotiation skills, because you will be doing a lot of salary negotiations. So these are the competencies which you need to grow in recruitment. Now let's talk about the competencies which you need in HR operations. The number one competency which you need is communication skills. because you are supposed to resolve the grievances of employees on everyday basis. And here you need to remember that employees are your internal customers, and we all know that one of the important skills to deal with the customer is how do we communicate with them. And here by communication I really do not mean that you have to be very good in English language, but what do I mean is the feeling which employees are carrying when they are leaving your desk after talking to you. I understand that no one can resolve 100% of grievances, but yes, this is one of the important indicators to know the employee satisfaction, which will give the idea of your performance. The second competency which you need is confidentiality. As an HR, you are supposed to have good relations with everyone in the company, but that does not mean that you will start sharing confidential information with your peers from other departments, or at times you are not supposed to share even within your team. As an HR, you will have the access to many confidential information like appraisal data, salary data, new positions which company is going to hire, confirmation data, firing data, and many more. But if you cannot keep all this information confidential, then this job is not for you. At times it happens that you know that this employee is going to be terminated tomorrow, but when you are talking to him today, even your expression should not reveal this information to him. So you have to maintain that level of confidentiality. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. Now I will take a pause before I move to the third competency, because I want to know, are you finding this video helpful, informative? Yes or no? If yes, then like the video, share your thoughts in the comment section, share this video with other HR students so that it will be helpful to them as well. And do subscribe to the channel so that you get to watch more such meaningful content in the future. The third skill which you need to grow in HR operations is dual focus. As an HR professional, you have to think of the welfare of employer and employees both. As an HR person, you should understand the issues of both the sides and take the decision or advise to take the decision accordingly, which will lead to a win-win situation. In case if it is not a win-win situation, then you should have persuasion skill to persuade the another party. The fourth skill which you need to grow is data analytics. Nowadays, employers prefer to hire those candidates who are good with data analysis, because as an HR, you will be working on a lot of data, employees' personal information, appraisal data, confirmation data, and many more. So your command on MS Office, especially on MS Excel and PowerPoint, has to be very good. If you are good with data analysis, then only you can add objectivity to HR work, which is otherwise very subjective. The skill which you need to brush up are conflict management and empathy. Now stay connected to know the competencies which you need to grow in payroll function, learning and development, and industrial relations.